with the themes proposed. I read you first a little evolution of viruses. This is called BA2121 and its variants. Surely by now it's almost hilarious. They're walking around without a worry, and all the bleeding variants share their glory. Of all that, what's been found now, because science facts is boring to track. I want my cavalier, my all too casual leisure back, regardless of the story and the careful choices versus worrying. I've thought enough about it. I can't stand to hear them shouted. Besides, it fences me in when they're visiting their kin, or even those that might have been a tantalizing, compromising whispering of a salacious, gracious sin. But all that cause plausibly cursed, coursing alarms from their not silent science farms can scarcely, variously, carelessly do their tiny harm so precariously. We're tired of listening to the tedious, mischievous, blistering sounds of all the daggum plaintive pounding, fears reinstated, sounding, reintegrated, recalculated, incarcerated, rebounding, isolation at the station. No more. It seems such a bore. BA.212. Oh gosh, now just what that might be. It yet demand to destroy all our fun again at hand. Monkeypox or dogs in socks or swine flu. That again too? No better bitter name than that. No thanks. I'll never wear the flattened hat across my face. So what if surgeons still are veiled like virgins in a passing car? That's their bag. Sure, they're better never bitter weather drag me. I can see down that alley or confine me. No safer, surer space. You'll see. I'll put them in their place, comrade ennui. But I got my gun and lots of bullets, so watch them run. That'll do it. The evolution of virus. And then an almost anti-evolution poem. This is called The Bronto I Never Saw It. Oh, Bronto, so sorry, Saurus, not once but twice removed from us, not relinquished to museum rust, not languished, piano weary, neath a veil of dust, must while away the hours you trust, so far away from us you twice, it isn't really very. Not only do you no longer live, not now, and even that slim aware must give no live, because they said you never did, not even once did breathing live. Deuce duncing life, not ever child, not ever wife, reclaimed once it seemed from ancient mire, now, so short in hours, retire, twitch tossed, great long-tailed beast, 500 tons, weaving through our imaginations, your lumberings come. We thought you dumb. We saw you 10 elephants long. We never thought you hadn't come. 'Twas said, twixt head and tail, a bristly bundle of fibrous fun, you drove 2 brains instead of 1. You cheated death. You cheated grave. You never even really came. A mis-ID'd. They now are knowing, heard from scientific newscasts crowing. Now they know, now seem saying. Those in whose minds you once seemed playing 200 tons. A slowly moving mountain of mistake. You didn't nuzzle the reeds at the lake. You didn't puzzle with volcanic passion. You didn't stumble through the marshy morning while mince munching grasses muffle yawning. You didn't hug the sunlight's strength. You never stretched your tail its length. If you live lusty longer in the mind of those to whom the thought of Bronto comes, small pleasure this, then take it comes. You're honored here, if ever future number ancient fossils done. I wrote that after learning that brontosauruses didn't exist. What they'd been calling brontosauruses were actually teenage diplodocuses. So robbed even of extinction. This final little short piece, again, I always like to make a little fun with my prompts. And I was even asked to give a prompt this morning in another presentation. And I gave the prompt, the uses of humor. But of course, I had to make fun of that too. So I wrote the uses of the humorous. how long this bone projects from shoulder, not the neck. The Dictionary Britannica, so refined, goes on to define, is articulated with a genoid cavity of scapula, which certainly contains not a drop of capula. Down it goes past those nose, whereas scientists say it articulates there to integrate with a bony projection at the ulna and the radius, so tedious and ungracious. In humans, they add, and this I thought rather mad, the head of the humerus is hemispherical, and that, of course, is quite a deal lyrical. So rounded projections below, don't you know, at one side receive the smattering battering of that scapula resides, the muscles that rotate the mated arm. The shaft is triangular in cross-section. They felt the need somehow to mention. The lower end, if we bend, we can see it. Took the measure of this treasury of knowledge. Look, they're not even now in college. We see now somehow the capulum and the trochlea, of whom more resemble remotely to depressions fossa, that form the elbow joint, and thus I anoint in recompense the anatomy lessons digression in this section of the course, and the rest is here before us. So far, we learned as pages turn the uses of the humerus.
Rick, I love how you turn everything